All right, so now we're going to talk about the international numbering system. So this is going to be line number 2 on these diagrams in Chapter 11's PowerPoint presentation. So this is the interesting, this is the one that is used by the World Health Organization, and it's universal in respect to the whole world. The universal numbering system, which is line 1 through 32 on the permanent dentition, this is the one we use mainly in the United States. But if you're traveling abroad, if you're doing any type of research, you would probably be using the international numbering system. So this works by quadrant again, but here instead of actually, here I'll draw these quadrants. So here's a quadrant. Okay, so we have quad 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're going to still use our numbering system, but we're going to go by quadrants and numbering out from the midline. So it's a little tricky, but I think you'll get the hang of it. So instead of starting with 1 over here, we're going to be starting from 1 at the central incisor and going outward. So the first number is going to be the quadrant number. So if we're going to look at number 8 here in our universal numbering system, which is our central incisor, we can see that this is in quadrant 1. It would be the first position. So we number out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then again down from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Always from the midline out to number 8. So 1 is always going to be a central incisor. 8 is always going to be a third molar. But then, so the first number is going to be a two-digit number. So again, if we're looking at number 8 in our universal numbering system, number 8 is going to start in quadrant 1, so it's the first number of the identifier of this tooth is going to be 1, and then the position is 1, so this is going to be tooth number 11, okay, or 1, 1, whichever you prefer. So let's do a couple exercises here. So what tooth is the maxillary right third molar? Okay, so our maxillary right third molar. So we know it's in quadrant 1, so that's going to be our first number, and then we're going to count out from 8, 1 through 8, going out from the midline, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our number is 18, or 1, 8, whichever you prefer using. What tooth number is the mandibular right first molar? So we're on the right-hand side. So mandible, so we know we're in quadrant 4, so we know that our number is going to start with a 4, and then it was the first molar. I thought I said premolar. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our number is going to be 46 or 46. Okay, our maxillary left first premolar. So now on the left-hand side, maxillary would be quadrant 2, and our first premolar would be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be number 24, 24. We'll do one more. What tooth number is the mandibular right central incisor? So we know we're on the mandible. We're on the right-hand side, and it was the central incisor. So we're going to be in quadrant 4 again. So again, we're going to start with a 4. Our number is going to start with a 4, and our central incisor is always position 1. So here is going to be 41 or 41. And that is the international numbering system.